Justice Patrick Brooks, one of Jamaica's leading judges, was sworn in as the new president of the Court of Appeal on Monday, December 7, in a ceremony at King's House.
Justice Brooks, you are being sworn in at a very challenging time in Jamaica's history, and when its leadership in all branches of government and all the sectors of society are stretched to provide guidance, support, direction to our people. We are besieged, as we are all aware, by the global COVID-19 pandemic, the nagging specter and reality of crime and violence, the possible downturn in the economy, among other social ills and maladies, the consequences of which you no doubt often face in the courts. You must contend with these issues, as we do not have the luxury of burying our heads in the sand like the proverbial ostrich that thinks its problems will disappear over time. We know that but for our Constitution, which provides for the nexus, despite individual mandates and authorities of the various branches of government, it is critical and very important that the nation perceives that we are united in our efforts to achieve our developmental goals. This may require more consultations at the leadership level of all three branches of government. Your elevation as President of the Court of Appeal is yet another step along your illustrious career path and should redound to the benefit of our nation. I am sure that your qualities, character, and experience, and of course your scholarship, will place you in good stead to execute your tasks.
I, Patrick Anthony Brooks, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution of and the laws of Jamaica, and that I will conscientiously and impartially discharge my responsibilities to the people of Jamaica.
He will preside over a court which has in recent years benefited from new and improved facilities and now has almost its full complement of justices. Justice Brooks is succeeding the Honorable Mr. Justice Morrison, OJ, CD, who served on the Court of Appeal for over a decade and as president for some 5 years. Justice Morrison's outstanding contribution to the judiciary, not only in Jamaica but regionally, where he has served on various appellate courts, is well known. His tenure was one of distinction, and his contribution to Caribbean jurisprudence and legal education is widely celebrated. We thank him for his stellar service, and I know the nation will continue to benefit from his service, knowledge, and experience in other ways. We expect continued high standards from the President and offer him our highest congratulations as he embarks on leadership of the Court of Appeal. Appellate courts promote public trust and confidence in the justice system. The Court of Appeal enhances judicial accountability and effectively establishes standards and judicial discipline, propriety. They are guardrails, so to speak, that ensure that the justice system produces the right results. I am confident that Justice Brooks will cement the progress that has been made in recent years and continue to strengthen the guardrails by utilizing the best judicial minds to exercise the highest intellectual rigor with the highest integrity and professionalism, to deliver timely and fair outcomes for our people.
Justice Brooks, we had no hesitation in recognizing the appropriateness of your appointment to this post. You're a person who's known to be one of great integrity. Your judicial acumen as a jurist is acknowledged by all, and we look forward to your tenure as President of the Court of Appeal. I want to join in the remarks of the Prime Minister in relation to the importance of the judiciary in ensuring that the country's governance arrangements are maintained with respect for the constitutional order set out in our Constitution and laws. We all who represent persons in Parliament or members of the Senate, or indeed those in the judicial branch, swear an oath to that effect. There is, of course, some unfinished work to be done as we approach our 75th anniversary of independence. There remains some constitutional reforms that we would like to see pursued. I would like to work collaboratively with the Prime Minister to see if we can move that process forward, both in terms of the arrangements for our final court and, of course, the overall arrangements in terms of our head of state and so on.
The Court of Appeal is the highest appellate court in Jamaica. It deals only with appeals from other courts or tribunals. Appellate courts review procedures and the decisions in the trial court. Justice Brooks succeeds Dennis Morrison, who retired after making notable contributions to the improvement of Jamaica's justice system.
I am confident that President Brooks will hit the ground running, coming up to full speed in record time. Virtually from the moment of his appointment, Justice Brooks became one of the most productive members of the court. From the beginning of his outstanding career as a judge of appeal, he was much sought after by his colleagues as a reference point on difficult or unusual issues, as a veritable storehouse of precedents from a variety of sources, and perhaps most important of all, as someone who would willingly set aside whatever he was doing, no matter how important, to listen to the problem and to help others in their search for solutions. Put simply, Mr. Justice Brooks has been an ideal judge of appeal. I can therefore say with confidence that he assumes the leadership of the Court of Appeal to the full acclaim and with the complete support of his colleagues.
Digitization is necessary for our internal processes. And that, Prime Minister, Leader of the Opposition, requires outlay of capital. I know it is a tall order given the current status of the economy, but with that as our goal and with the will to achieve it, it will be achieved. So, as the Chief Justice has said, if we get the necessary infrastructure and what is required to move us forward, the court, the personnel there, judges, support staff, legal professionals, secretarial, clerical, and ancillary, have the will, the energy, and the ability to take the required steps. We will, with the assistance of the Honorable Chief Justice, the Court Administration Division, meet the challenges of the future, bearing in mind our overall goal to be the best in the Caribbean and among the best in the world.